Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus! Coronavirus! Shit is real! Shit is getting real! Shit is real!
Why don't you stay? I know it's late, but I'm feeling great, and you feel the same. So why don't you stay? I need you to stay.
Hey guys, it's Angie Rush here, or Angel, whatever works best for you. And if you haven't yet, go down there and hit that subscribe button. I'm back. It's been a minute since I've sat and talked to you guys, and I'm so excited. A lot has gone on. Let me explain why I was MIA. Let's just jump to this video. I moved back to school. If you don't know, I go to school abroad, so I moved back to school from Canada to the States. That was a whole debacle. It was very stressful, but I'm here. I made it. Yay. I started school. I started work. So there was a lot going on. My life was shifting due to the whole pandemic and everything. And I caught Miss Rona. Yes, I did. I tried to go this whole pandemic without catching her, and it didn't work, okay? As you can see right here, I got my ginger tea, but it's very fitting for this video. So I did want to make this video to talk about my COVID journey and my COVID experience. I know everyone's body reacts to COVID differently, and I just wanted to say my journey. When I did get coronavirus, I was half vaccinated. I was vaccinated with Pfizer. I know this is kind of a controversial topic, but whether you want to get vaccinated or not, that's your business. That's on you. You don't have to. It's personal choice. I think it should be a personal choice at least. But yeah, so I was half vaccinated with Miss Pfizer, and literally like 3 weeks after, I caught Corona. Miss Rona girl, I caught her. I am pretty positive I caught her from my boyfriend. Let me set the scene. So before I came back to the States, basically the week of, that's when I caught Corona, my boyfriend had gotten sick, and he said he thinks it was because he left the window open and it was exposed to his chest, and like he got a flu. So like, okay, cool. We never kissed or anything because the man was sick and he wasn't trying to get me sick. Go hang out with him at his place. And then like like 2 days before I left, I was feeling kind of itchy on my throat, and I remember packing and telling my mom I'm getting sick. On the last day when I had to go and we had to say goodbye to each other, I went in for a kiss, because I'm not seeing my man forever till December, and he was like, he stopped me. He's like,
do you want to get sick?
And I was like, I don't care, I'm fine, I'm not gonna get sick. That was my first mistake. Anyway, I jump on the plane, and immediately on the plane, I had two connecting flights to get here, and immediately on the plane, I'm starting to feel sick, and I'm just thinking, it's this flight. I'm exhausted. I haven't slept yet. I usually don't sleep until I get on a flight. I stay up until my flight. So I was up. So I figured I was just exhausted. So every flight I get on, I get more tired. I'm not getting good sleep on my flights either. They're all super uncomfortable. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I remember after I was waiting at the airport for my friend to pick me up, I was so sick. I felt so gross. I literally wanted to cry because I had to wait an extra hour at the airport for my friend to finish work and then to come get me. So I'm like literally about to cry because I'm so exhausted and I just want to go home. My friend eventually comes, and when he comes to pick me up, he was like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm tired. We're driving home and I'm feeling instantly nauseous, and I'm like, I don't feel good. I just want to go home and sleep. All the symptoms I had as of that day and flying were chills. I had chills for sure. I had a fever. I felt my fever. I was getting super hot. I had my scratchy throat. I had nausea. What else did I have? Oh, fatigue. Really bad fatigue. Like, I was exhausted, but I just was like, it's my flight. It's me being on the flight. And then I had a headache. All those symptoms, it was so annoying. It was so crazy. So I get home, drop off my things, and I go straight to bed. What was cool about it was, since my mind was set that it was me being on a plane, jet lag, I don't know. So literally I slept, and I would keep waking up within like every 2 hours, and a symptom would go away. So I'd sleep, wake up, my fever's gone. Sleep, wake up, my headache would leave. Sleep, wake up, chills. Sleep, like everything would slowly go away. And then all that I was left with when I woke up the next day was fatigue. I was extremely tired for the rest of the week, and I really just thought, oh, I just thought it was my iron because I'm iron deficient anyway. So I'm like, oh, I'm low on my iron, whatever. That's what I figured. But I was drinking my iron smoothies every morning, so I was like, it'll get better. I'm like so tired. I can barely stay awake for these classes. I'm just drained, exhausted. I'm like, I don't think I can start work yet because I'm so tired, you know? So the week goes by, and then I'm starting to develop a cough. It was very mucusy. It was not a dry cough. It was just very a mucusy cough. You hear this? And I was like hacking up to the point where like I couldn't sleep. It was uncomfortable. I had to leave class one time to go cough because I was coughing so much, and I'm like, I don't want people to think I have COVID. Sis, you did. Yes, I was in school that whole week not knowing I was positive for coronavirus. So the weekend comes, I'm watching a movie with my roommate, and I'm like texting my boyfriend, and then he's like, oh my god, my friend who he was with, he said he lost his taste. And I was like, that is coronavirus. And then he's like, yeah, he's saying I got him sick. I don't got coronavirus. And I'm like, you definitely do. So I immediately took a test because I was like, this man gave me corona. I actually ordered these rapid tests from the CVS, and I took one, and the line was so faint. As you guys can see, it was so faint, and I was like, that is corona. I think I'm positive for corona, right? And then I took another test, and the line showed up a little more, but on the instructions it says any type of any line is a positive test, okay? And they look like pregnancy tests. So my roommate instantly freaks out. She's like, oh my god, you gotta isolate. Oh my god. And I'm stressed. I was like not stressed because I think it helped that it was after the fact. I knew I had it, right? It wasn't like the beginning, and I was like, oh my god, what's to happen? Like I already experienced the sickness. I already know what it's like. But I was stressed because one, my roommate was freaking out. She made me listen. And two, I didn't want to get anyone in my apartment sick because I live with 3 people, and that means 2 weeks off of school and work for them, and they have obligations. One of my roommates is an athlete. My athlete roommate though, she was chilling. She was like, it's fine, I'm fully vaxxed. So I immediately isolated my room, and I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? But I low-key wanted to miss my in-person classes because I didn't realize how hard the switch and the adjustment was gonna be to be back on campus. So I was like, I could take a break. But also, I didn't want to miss work because I started work that next Monday, and I actually had asked her if I could take another week before starting, but she was like, we really need staff. And I was like, okay, girl, I'll work, you know? I waited it out. It was a Friday, and then Saturday I waited out. I isolated my room the whole time, and then Sunday I had my roommate took a test, and they were negative. So I'm like, I have an extra test. I'm going to take this, and if it's positive, I'm going to notify everybody, right? So I took this next test. It was negative. So I'm like, oh my god, hallelujah. It must have just been out of my system. But I did still notify my school and my work, and my work asked for an extra rapid test, and my school was like, you can't come to class for a week. You need to figure out this situation. So I actually went to the school, like health services center basically, and they tested me with a rapid test, and it was negative, and they gave me a note and an okay to go to school, to go to work. I had my work thing, and I told my work everything, and they're like, yeah, you can come. And then they wanted me to wait for a PCR test. So what a PCR test is, if you did not know, is it's basically the same test you have to take to fly. It's like a more reliable COVID test, and it basically gets tested in a lab. So the nurse was like, we're just gonna do this because the uncertainty of the rapid tests, and because you tested positive on the weekend with rapid, so just to be sure. So I'm like, okay. She's like, so while we wait, you can't go to class, like just isolate. So I'm like, okay. I went to work. My work accepted me, so it was cool. Oh, they also prescribed me an inhaler. Basically, the inhaler was she checked my lungs, and they were very like mucusy. She said she wants the inhaler to help clear my airway. So I take it every 4 hours. So I was taking inhaler, and it helped so much. It cleared my airway. The coughing went away. Like, it helped make my cough go away, and I love that. Yeah, I was starting to feel back to normal. I was still a little tired, but it was fine. Yeah, But actually, after a week or so, the inhaler started to give me like heart palpitations, and I talked to a doctor, and it's because of the steroids in the inhaler. So she actually had me take it like for a couple more days for 6 hours, and then take a couple more days for 8, and then just stop. And I've done that, and I'm off of it now, and everything's back to normal. Yeah, so then my PCR test came back positive, so I definitely did have COVID. If you guys, actually, my other video explains and shows kind of what's going on. And then I was cleared to go to class and work because it's been past 14 days, and I don't have symptoms or anything, so that was cool, I guess. So I only missed 1 week of class. I was stressed 2 weeks of class or 2 weeks of work. 2 weeks of work was stressing me the most because I'm like, I want to make money, hello. Yeah, that was kind of my COVID experience. I will say the only symptom I have left, it's been maybe 3 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, I'm not going to say exhaustion. It's a good symptom that I've got with this thing is I get sleepy. If you guys don't know me, or if you guys do know me, I sleep at like 6 a.m. every day. But since I've caught coronavirus, I don't sleep. I mean, I sleep. Like, I'm literally in bed by 1 or 2, which is so early for me. I wake up great, refreshed. I don't take naps throughout the day. So I feel like it's like reset my sleep schedule, and I needed that a lot. I'm so happy for that and grateful for that. But that was my COVID experience. I wanted to share that with you guys and show you my perspective and how it was for me. Again, it's different for everyone and can affect anyone differently. You don't have to be older, you don't have to be younger. Some old people, it's like nothing to them. From young people, it's something serious. So it's still a sickness, it's still a virus. Still protect yourself, wear your mask, wash your hands. You know, we're still living this pandemic life, and I think we're gonna be living this for life. I feel trapped, you know. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was informative. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. I love you guys so much. So that's why I was away, because Miss Girl was sick and hacking up a storm. But all is well. We're back and we're better. Okay, yeah. I'll see you guys on Wednesday with a short. Remember to be humble, okay? And always remember, self-love is the best love. And it's not goodbye. It's see you Wednesday. Bye, guys. Bye.
Still getting closer to my dreams. Look, excuse me as I take a step closer to my dreams.